Hi guys. Hello everybody. This is Becky here at Aunt Beck's Creations, and I got some things at the thrift store. Well, we got some things because Scott found something as well as I did. And I thought I would come on and share it real quick. I don't know if we'll go thrifting tomorrow since we went today. So we didn't get a senior citizens discount, but we spent less than $20. Scott found a box. Oh, I need that receipt. 100 or thereabouts, because we don't know if it's been opened or any used, of 6.5 by 9.5 inch envelopes for $2.99. So they're from Staples and looks full to me. It's all the way to the top. So that was a good deal. And he says he has a plan for them. I believe he said that. If not, we know he's going to put components in it. He's organizing his stuff, which is great. And now, guess what I found? I found yarn. They had added some yarn to the bins that they have of yarn. Since I have so much acrylic right now, I'd like to use some of it up. But if I find wool, I will go ahead and pick it up. This is Peyton's classic wool for $2.99, and I got 4 skeins. This is the color 77436. It doesn't give me a color name, just the number. Isn't that interesting? But it's blues, purple, a little brown, and a little burgundy. This will make a great hat. And let's see, what else did I get? I got this color, which is kind of pinks and purples and a little gray to it. And they call this Natural Heather. Actually, that's pretty close to it. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Mina. Hi, Susan. So let's see. What's this other color I got? This is Seafoam blue. It's a blue. But those two made into a hat together would be really pretty. And then I have this one here. These are all the Peyton's classic wool. This is Cognac Heather. Well, let me look at this one more time. Go back. They've put the sticker over the name, I think. Palais, I think is this color name. So these were each $2.99. So that was pretty good. And then the last thing I got at the thrift store, I finally found a teapot with no lid. And I can't remember. She's on Instagram. And I've talked about her before, and I shared a link. But right now, I guess it's just too late in the day. I can't think of her name. But she hangs teapots by their handles in trees. She's in Australia. And for birdhouses and whimsy in her garden. So look, I got a little teapot, and if I hang it, a bird can get in there and build a nest, and any water that gets in will drain out the spout. I thought that was the cutest idea. And this is $2.99. And I don't care if it doesn't have a lid, because I would have to do something with the lid. I have seen in some of her Instagram posts that she'll sometimes wire the lid to the handle just as a decorative element. But her teapots are real pretty ones, you know, that have flowers and stuff on. But I thought this blue one would be pretty hanging in the tree. And I'll see if I get any birds move in. So that's what I got at Goodwill today. And then my order came in, so I can finally finish my sweater. I only needed enough to finish that other sleeve. But to get the best deal, I got another 3-pack, and I will make something else. Maybe I'll make a cowl and a hat to match the sweater, because it really doesn't get super cold here in South Carolina. So I like to dress in layers when we do have chilly weather, so that would be good. I spent all day today working on lunch totes for Scott, and I only have one totally done. So I'll share that real quick. Let me see who else has come in. Hi, Regina. Doesn't it looks really cool the way she has all the teapots hanging in her trees, like multiple teapots in one tree. And I just thought it would be a cute idea. So let me show you the one tote that I finished. I only got one finished, and I got two more in process, but this is the one I finished, and I made my loops a little too big. So all I did is I just sewed it so that when you put it together, let's see if I can point you guys down a little bit. Hang on. All right, so say I don't really have anything over here. Oh, this will work. You put this in, and then you have this handle here, and then this loop goes over the handle, and then this loop goes over the handle, and then you carry your lunch like that. And this one, when I did some quilting on it, and I just went around the squares of this. Now, the one that I'm doing now is the opposite arrangement. So this fabric is on the inside, and the diner fabric is on the outside. So that's this one right here. And I'm in process. I'm doing different stitching on this one. I'm just following the lines of each of these boards. So on the outside, it just looks like lines going across. And I'll do that all the way down along all the lines. And I'm just using embroidery floss. And then this is the handle that goes on the diagonal this way. And you fold under the ends. And you line that up. And you make it so that this lays flat, so that whoever's using it as a tote can open it, and it's a placemat. So like if they're in a place they don't know if it's been wiped down recently, this is like an instant placemat. All they got to do is pull their lunch out from under the strap and eat. And then this works the same way. You pull this handle up and put it through the loops. Now these loops, I just snipped and I kind of folded the ends and then laid one area over top the other, and then I just zigzagged it. It looks kind of not professional, but it did an easy fix, because trying to open this seam up to get these in the right location was just more than my brain could handle. But I might open the seam up on the last one. I made him another one with the pink pig fabric. I had hoped to find some Peppa Pig fabric, but you can't find it anywhere. See how big these loops are? That's much too big. They only have to be about 4 inches from here to there. So there's the piggies. I don't know what I'm going to do on these. I thought about stitching just little circles around some of the pigs here and there, just to give it something different. And then I've got my handle is all ready to go. All I got to do is the quilting and then sew this down. That's all that's left. All right. Hi, tie and dye, Dawn. Tie dye and Dawn. Fiber Arts. Welcome. So let me go pour my tea. Hang on. It's just green tea. I bought some green tea with probiotics, hoping that that would help my tummy settle at night. So, hi, Pam. That's what I got at the thrift store. More yarn. Yay. But it's wool. And I'm going to go and stitch on this a little bit more, not for much longer. And this one I can go ahead and put into rotation. and put a lunch in it for Scott. So that's how I do the lunch totes. And I've made these. I think there's a video on my channel of how to make these. And I forgot how big to make the loops, and then I made them too big. So I got to make a note in my notes to myself that don't make it so big. This one can go in the kitchen now that I've shared it with you guys. This one will go over here. I got a pair of my son's pants, and I kept telling him, I said, you need to zip your fly. He said, Mom, I can't. The zipper's broken. I said, well, let's put them through the wash, and I'll look and see what zippers I have in my stash. And I found this one. It's a fashion zipper, and it's lime green, but it's in a enclosed zipper, so nobody's going to see the lime green zipper. And it looks like it's the right size. And he said he didn't care as long as it worked. You can see what happened is it's like the zipper pull got crushed and it's all gone. And I know you can buy just that piece, but I don't know how I would get it on there without taking it apart. And if I'm going to take it apart, I might as well just replace the entire zipper. And this one's a metal zipper too. So that's on my list. As soon as I finish the lunch totes, I'm hoping to finish them by tomorrow. I'm going to work on these pants for Greg and get those fixed. And then I've got other things I've got set up, ready to go. I went shopping in my stash, and I showed the like sling bag pattern that I got up last video or the one before. Well, I shopped my stash, and I have the D-rings, so I don't have to buy D-rings. And I found it says to use a invisible sew-in magnetic snap. Well, I have some purse snaps that have the little prongs on them that you could just put in and then bend the prongs over. I'm just going to use what I have. I need to use up what I have, and I don't need to buy anything else to bring in. And I shopped my stash, and I found a contrast fabric to use to make the bag. So I'm good to go, except for the swivel snap hook. No, snap. You know those, they're like clips, and the head of it will swivel, and you pinch it and it goes over. I don't words. And then I also need to pick up the side opening buckles, where you push in the side like on a dog's collar. So I need to get those. I have a list. I don't need the heavy duty pants zipper anymore because I shopped my stash and I found that. But I need the craft fuse and the thermal. Both are products made by Pellon. So I got to visit the interfacing. I need 1/8 of a yard of craft fuse and 1/4 of a yard of thermal. And then I want to get nylon webbing, which is just the stuff like belts are made out of. I need 1.5 inch nylon webbing in black. I need a 10-inch nylon zipper and a 15-inch nylon zipper, and a 1-inch wide side release buckle, a 1.5-inch wide side release buckle, a 1.5-inch wide swivel snap hook. That's what they call it. So that's my little list that I need to pick up so I can do that sling bag for my niece. So plans, I'm trying to share things with you guys, but I'm also trying to focus on using my stash. Hang on. Howard, stop it. Don't tell me no. Go on. Callie. You're in so much trouble digging on the house. We're going to have to replace that before we can ever sell a house one day. Let's see. Kathy says she loves anything cobalt blue. Yes, I think this will be darling hanging in my hawthorn cherry tree because it's real dense. And I think if I hang it in there, some little bird might check it out. We'll see. So I'm going to hang that in the tree. And the neighbors will probably think I've lost my blooming mind. But you know what? I just don't care. I'm going to start hanging teapots from the trees. I'm going to make mushrooms out of glass bowls and vases. That's something I forgot to look for tonight, is a bowl to go with that cool stem vase that I got. It's not a stem vase. It's not for a single stem, but it's a vase that'll be a stem to a mushroom eventually. Kathy's having her kitchen redone. Whoop, whoop. Or actually, I think you and your husband are doing it. And Scott has been working this last weekend. He's trying to do the strip of tile around that where he has to do all the fancy cutouts. And then once he gets that strip around where he's round all the faucets, then he can just sling the subway tiles up one after the other. And we've got to decide exactly where we want to put our glass in too. So we're getting there. It's getting closer. Aw, thanks, Dawn. Do I have anything else? If anybody has a crochet pattern that's like for a shawl or something that's really cool, if you could leave it in the comments down below, that would be great. I have this Roll With It Sparkle that I got at the same time that I got the Soho yarn that I made the sweater out of over there. And that's a Bag O' Day Crochets pattern, but I made mine short sleeve and I only made it 35 rows instead of, I think she did 56. I only did 30 because I just wanted something that I could pull over and cover my core area, from my shoulders to my hips. So that's why I did that. And I'm thinking I might add some things to it and expand on it. But back to this, if you have one that'll use this, let's see. This is Red Hearts Roll With It Sparkle. And it's got, each skein is 561 yards or 150 grams. It's a 4-weight. It says I need to use a 5.5 millimeter or an I-9 hook. And I have 3 skeins of it. So I have, what did I say? I just said it. 561 times 3. 561 times 3. 6 times 3 is 18, 15. I got about almost 1,700 yards of this. And I thought it would make a really beautiful something. I don't know if I would love to do a sweater, but I think I would need, because I did need one more ball of this. How many yards are on these? I'm going to go ahead and pull this out because I'd like to finish that sweater. This is a 5. The Soho is a bulky 5. And that sweater, I used the hook that she used, which was a 9 millimeter. And let's see. This is only 440 yards. That's probably why I needed one more skein of this. So I might, if I look over at Bag O' Day, I might find another short sweater or a sweater that I could make shorter. This would be a beautiful sweater and it would go with a lot of my clothes and it would be sparkly. Would you stop? Bad girl. Sorry, guys. I got to think of something to build or make for them to dig on and stick it right there. But anyway, if you have a pattern that you have tried that you really love that would use a 4-weight for either a sweater or a shawl or something, if you could share it in the comments, and then everybody can go check it out. How's that sound? Greg won't. I just have to say, I can fix that for you. Greg actually knows how to use a sewing machine. So he just doesn't understand garment construction. He would probably get it tore apart and then it would stay apart. And yeah, we can't have that. Let's see. And Pam's here. I saw Pam. Let's see, what else did we see? I'm having some trouble with my vision, so bear with me for a minute. It's hard for me to focus. I think this is bigger than the ones I have in the jewelry, though, Susan, because it's 1.5 inches wide. Yeah. I'm hoping either I can get them, all of these components, either in silver or black, so they'll all kind of match. I thought that vase was perfect too, because it looks just like a mushroom stem. I just have to find the perfect bowl for it. I'm feeling brain dead today. It's okay, Kathy. I'm with you. I'm with you. Oh, now my grandkitty wants in from the bonus room. Oh. Yellow and cobalt blue. That must have been pretty. Let's see. Anything else? Oh, I've got like 5 different crochet projects that are currently in process. And I have to go back and review the pattern to understand the stitch I've been doing. And then today I was moving some things and I found another bag that has the start of Tunisian crochet dishcloths in it. So I've got it pulled back out and sitting by my chair in the front room. Yeah. Oh, mine are driving me mad tonight. In and out, in and out. I would prop the door, but it's just hot and humid enough here that it would just be too sticky here in the house. And plus, at night, the bugs come in, and nobody wants a palmetto bug coming in. Scott found one in our bedroom the other night. He said it was about 3 inches long, like big old thing. Ugh, I hate those things. I know, they're so darn annoying. But then they turn around and they like, oh, you're sick. Let me sit with you. Yeah, but I'm seeing something. Let's see. I'm thinking it does something like this. And then this part will come out, go up and around. And then this part will come up like that. I'm thinking it'll be something like that. That almost looks obscene. But anyway, it's a hook. It's a swivel hook. It's not anything else. But the part right here would push up, and then you could put it on the end there. So that's what I'm envisioning that it should look like. The pattern doesn't give you any pictures or anything of the supplies. So I'm going by the seat of my pants. Oh, they'll fly right at you, the palmetto bugs. Like if you're outside and you walk by a street light, you might pick one up on your back and bring it in and never know. They creep me out. So let's see if this green tea with probiotics tastes good. Yeah, it's fine. It's not like regular green tea. It's definitely, I don't know. We went to Firehouse Subs for supper tonight. I didn't feel like cooking and I wanted to do something for Scott's birthday, so we got subs. June bugs in Wisconsin. We had June bugs in New York because I grew up in upstate New York and we would have the June bugs. My Uncle Ray always talked about tying a string to the June bug and letting him fly around in circles. I was like, you have to understand though, my Uncle Ray was the biggest bullshitter out there. He just so much. Ugh. The worst thing about in the South, never just put your shoes on without looking because we have brown recluse spiders too, and those can be really bad for you. Hi, Joyce. We went to check on the black rabbit. We didn't see him, and the pellets Scott put down, they hadn't been eaten, but we were noticing lightning bugs here and there out there because it's where the rabbit got dropped is where we picked Bernadette up. It's in the same parking lot. So it's like people take these animals and they turn them out at these clay pits. But what people don't understand, in those clay pits can be 10 to 14 foot alligators. So basically you're putting your pets out to be eaten. I don't know why people do that. My son's friend, Mary, she said, people suck. I said, yeah. No, palmetto bugs and June bugs are different. From my understanding, what we called a June bug was really rounded over beetle, and palmetto bugs are like this nasty red brown. It can be like that big to like 4 inches long here, and they can flatten themselves out. That's why Anne says her favorite method for dealing with palmetto bugs is you find your heaviest book in the house and you just drop it on the June bug, or not June bug, but on the roach. And then you just walk away until he's had several days of good drying time. And then you can just scrape him into the trash because they're full of nasty, gooey guts. They're gross. Oh, and to try to pick one up in a towel just creeps me out because it's an exoskeleton body, so he's crunchy and it's oh. And tonight when we went to take the trash and the recycling out, because it goes way early in the morning, they tell us not to put the trash out before 8 a.m., but sometimes they pick it up before 8 a.m., so we always put it out the night before. But under Greg's old Buick, there was a mole. I kid you not. The neighbor's loose cats must have killed it. It was like this long. It was the biggest mole I've ever seen. I told him, I said, if you keep messing with moles, you're going to get sick. Ugh. Yeah, cockroaches. They're the thing that survives anything. Fires. Ugh. They're awful. Huntsville is the brown recluse capital of the United States. You check shoes, gloves, anywhere you haven't been for a while. Yep. Like when I go in the garden shed, because I only go in there like twice a month if I'm just mowing. Now, if I'm going to work in the yard, I might go out, more often. But lately, I've been not getting out there enough. So I didn't mean to yammer on it, but I'm having fun. So hope you guys are too. I have to look over to the side because that's where you are. Let's see. We used to get the June bugs in the barn, and they would come in when we were doing the evening milking, and they would fly along, and then they would sometimes, it was like they just fell and they would land upside down and they just lay on their back going around and around and around. Oh gosh. I took a closet wall down and counted 27 brown recluse in there. Oh my God. That would have terrified me. Oh man. One time we had wasps come in from through our old windows. We have old windows in the front room, and on each side where the cord would run, there's like a hole to the outside. So we always have kind of a draft. I'm hoping we can get those windows replaced as soon as we're done with the bathroom. We have the windows, we just need to put them in. But a wasp had come in, and we still had carpet in the front room, and I didn't notice him. I stepped on him, and man, if you step on a wasp, it's like somebody jabbed you with a knife or something. They hit hard. I said cuss words. Oh, it hurts so bad. I'm allergic to bees, so I have to be careful. Hi, Renee. Let's see. Renee's saying hi now, everybody. I need to catch up with Renee's video. I have been just putting crime dramas, and I've been watching Eric with Benedict. You know, he played Sherlock Holmes. Benedict. But anyway, if you haven't seen Eric on Netflix, it's kind of interesting, kind of odd, kind of quirky. I think I have just 2 episodes left to watch, and it's about a monster that follows this guy around, and it sounds kind of weird and childish, but it's got adult stuff in it, and it's just hard to describe, but it's in, yes, Cumberbatch. Yes, that's it. And he's doing a very good job of playing a crazy guy. So the full story has not come out yet, so I don't want to give too much away, but it's all, this monster comes about. The monster was dreamt up by his son, and his son goes missing, and he's lost in New York City somewhere, and they haven't found him, and they've been searching. And then the father, he does a show on TV using puppets. And so he gets this idea, if he can make his son's puppet come onto the show, then maybe his son will see it and come home. So that's where it is right now. And I'm not going to say anymore because I want you guys, if you want to see it. He is an awesome actor. I just think and when he does interviews, they on, what's the English? There's an English interviewer, kind of like, he's kind of like Donahue now. And he interviews stars and stuff, and he had Benedict on there, and he was talking about how he says penguin, and they were razzing him about how he said penguin in a documentary type show, and he was just, it was funny. I've been listening to him read some Sherlock Holmes pieces that I don't think were ever made into movie shows or whatever, that he's reading from, like, kind of notebooks. Yeah, I really enjoy him as an actor, all in all. You love that he just can't do it. It was so funny. It was so funny. But I gave him a big yay for, just rolling with it and just letting it go, because we all have idiosyncrasies and uniqueness, and we should celebrate it. We shouldn't like be embarrassed by it or anything. Just roll with it. It's you. If somebody can't accept you for you, and I'm coming into terms with that more than anything else as I've gotten to 60. I've made it to 60. I didn't think I'd see 38, 40 years old. I really didn't. When I was a teenager, I thought I'd be dead by 28. I truly did. I didn't think I would survive adulthood, period. And here I am. And I think I'm doing okay. And Scott's my cheerleader. He makes me feel worthwhile. Let's see. Eric. Yep. Eric. And it's on Netflix. And it just came onto Netflix, I think June 1st. Because I've been seeing the blurbs for it popping up here and there. And I said, oh, I want to see that because it's got Benedict Cumberbatch in it. So it came on and I've been binge watching it one after the other. And I made Scott suffer through one episode. It's not his cup of tea. But oh no. Well, I'm glad he's your old boyfriend. Sounds like a jerk. So I'm actually enjoying this tea. I hope it helps my tummy. Green tea with ginger plus probiotics. That's the different flavor I'm getting. It's more of almost a woodsy flavor, and it's actually pretty good. I think these tea bags were a little on the expensive side because it was one of the, who's this company? It's Bigelow Tea. So, you only get 15 bags for like $4 or $5. But I'm going to enjoy a cup of it each night and see how I do. So what are you guys up to? Since I've been kind of MIA, I feel like I've not connected with you guys for a while. Yeah, but Susan, some of that has to do with us growing up. I mean, if I think back to previous people I dated, it's like, why on earth did I ever think that was a good idea? And Scott and I were talking the other day about how we really grew up together, and we were one of the lucky ones. We grew up together, and then we grew together, if that makes any sense. That we feel like we've made it 40 years plus.
What's this growing up you speak of?
I know, you're still a kid. As you limp into the kitchen with your peanut butter and crackers. Yeah, he says. I didn't bake him anything because we are having no liking to anything sugar right now.
I'm having a terrible time with it.
Yeah. Yep. So I guess the medicine we're on is working because we're getting to where, and the soda today. We got Coke Zero. It tasted bad. I don't know if there was something wrong with how they had it hooked up. I poured mine out. I didn't even drink it. Exactly. I'm not going to go there because I could go on a soapbox about women's rights and how younger women are just trying to give their rights away right and left. And I'm sorry, it drives me nuts. Our moms and grandmas fought so that we could have the right to have our own bank accounts, do what we want with our bodies, be like thinking adult women and human beings, not less than a man.
Regulate dick, not Jane.
That's right. I'm going to get that t-shirt from Amazon. It says regulate dick, not Jane. So now you all know my side. So let's see. Is ginger really good for you? I've heard that. I like to put ginger in stir fries and things like that. But
I've heard guacamole.
avocado is real good for you.
Avocado.
Scott says, yes, that's what I've heard, but he doesn't like avocados. I like avocados. In fact, Willie Tacos up in Greenville, if you're near Greenville, South Carolina, look up Willie Tacos. They have an avocado taco that is, oh my, good. And they also do a shrimp taco that was delicious. And they do so many different tacos there. But that avocado taco, I loved it. Scott was like, you can have it all. Let's see. I agree, Renee. You know, I'm just going to be me, and whoever likes me, and whoever doesn't, they can move on, because, you know, we're not all going to agree exactly on everything, and we can just agree to disagree and just not talk about those subjects that we don't agree on. If it's going to, you know, put your knickers in a knot and whatever. Let's see. Oh, Enola Holmes. I watched that. That was good. Today is Scott's 65th birthday, and I want to thank everybody that told him happy birthday on Facebook, on my page. Thank you, because he's seen them and he said, thank you.
Thank you.
It's on Amazon, that t-shirt is. I'm going to get one in purple, I think. Yeah, my mom and grandma were the same way, and it all depended on where you were. But I never felt like I agreed with my family on anything. So I'm kind of the odd one out in the thought process and the belief system. And
My family's divided.
Yep. Scott has a divided family. I have a divided family. And it's gotten worse in the last, 10 years. You can come sit too? You eating some saltines, or don't you want saltines instead of those?
I don't know if it's a hell for her.
Well, I'm just wondering, because those have butter in them.
They're awful good.
I know they're good, but if your tummy's hurting, you should probably have just plain saltines, not buttery club crackers. Just saying.
Heard they're good ones.
Yes. Hi, Kathy D. Hi, Teresa. Susan says she eats her avocados with a spoon or on toast. I like them just cut up and thrown in a salad, too.
I don't like them on somebody else's plate.
Oh, my rabbits had a name change. Scott said we have to call him Jeff, not Scott, so we don't have any confusion about who's the handiest rabbit. So I made him his own little name badge up there. He's over there.
Really? He's got a little name plate?
Yeah, I did. That's why I wanted the label maker the other day, so I could make him his own name badge. Come here, Jeff.
I guess you found the label.
I did.
And I didn't have it, did I?
No, it was not the label maker. It was the label refills I couldn't find.
Oh.
I found them. So this is Jeff now. Hi. So he's wearing a pair of Scott's old jeans. I just think he turned out so cute. And he's got a little patch because there was a hole there that Scott put in him. So that's Jeff now. You can see on his Schmidt label there, I put Jeff on him.
My legs hurt from
Oh,
set tile yesterday.
I bet. So
These crackers are good.
I need to make a Becky, I guess, or we need to name it something else, and I'll make another rabbit to go with this one so they can hang out together. I kind of like just having him sitting over there. He sits up top over there. Renee says, happy birthday.
All right, awesome.
And Dawn said it.
So what could we call your?
I don't know. You'll have to think on it and tell me what to call her. We'll need to find something that we can make. This was a suit jacket that I got at a yard sale for like, what, $5?
Yeah, something.
And then the ears inside is real velvet that I got a remnant at Joann's. And the pants are some of Scott's old pants that I made into the bib overalls. The snaps were gifted from Scott's brother's wife's mother's sewing supplies that she didn't want, and she knew I could use them.
That had a bunch of good stuff.
It did. And she gave us the whole chest too, which I was really surprised that she gave us this chest. It's very ornate. I ought to show it to you guys sometime.
Yeah.
It's got all this carving on it, and it's from like Japan or somewhere. It's the Philippines, somewhere like that. And I think it was something her dad got and brought to her mom. So it was full of plastic shoe boxes of, snaps, buttons, zippers, bias tape, hem tape. It just had all kinds of stuff in it.
He gave me that circular saw that was her father's.
Yeah.
That's my favorite circular saw, handheld. I really like that one.
Yeah.
It's an old Craftsman. I
It
usually
is.
don't have very many good things to say about Craftsman.
It was made back when Craftsman still made good stuff.
Where they still care about, huh?
There we go. Set Jeff back up there.
Back up there, Jeff.
Get up there, Jeff.
You need to get back to work.
He's on break. All right. Kathy said Jeff is her hubby. I think you'd like this tea.
I'm gonna give it a go.
You're gonna give it a go. It's you'll see what I mean. It's kind of a woodsy flavor to it. It's not like regular green tea. I think it's the ginger in it. Bathroom is going good. Scott's been doing all of the cutting around pipes and things. He's doing a strip around so that he can then just come in and lay tile above and below that and just boom, boom, boom. He's almost to a good point to do that. Although I think we're going to need to take this weekend off and let him just have some recovery time because he is working all week. And he's got some pain in his shoulders and his back and his knees, getting up and down off the floor to do that down low stuff.
Well, for years I did fine pitch solder rework down to 20 mils, and it's really hard on my shoulders. I've got arthritis in my shoulders and hands.
Pull that over here and you can sit here. I almost forgot to put this in the check, but
this chair came from Square D.
Yep. I think it's the only one we have left. The other two we threw out because we decided we weren't never going to restore them. We're trying to own up to the fact that we're not going to be able to do all the projects in the house. And if we do sell and move somewhere else in retirement, we don't want to take everything with us. So
I've been dragging more stuff in though.
I know you have. You and Greg. Greg just needs a house of his own, but I don't know.
I might take your lead, Becky. I might just start drinking tea.
We're having a horrible time with coffee. This morning, I couldn't even choke down a half a cup of coffee, and we love coffee, or we loved coffee. So we might switch to tea and have tea in the morning instead. I never drank coffee until I moved south. Up in New York, my grandmother wouldn't let us drink coffee because she said it causes hemorrhoids. Anyway, so I'm thinking, yeah,
Cause and effect may not equal correlation.
no. But, I could make a pot of tea. I have a teapot.
Oh, that's nice.
Isn't it? It's got a nice flavor. It's not like the regular green tea
I have
bags.
found I'm really sensitive to sweets. We got some sandwiches today, and the sauce on the sandwiches was just sticky sweet. It was not pleasant at all.
It was jerk.
I
Turkey.
was expecting more of a smoky and peppery flavor than what we got. I don't know.
It was more slimy than I remembered the first time we got it. So Teresa says she likes chai tea. I've never tried chai tea.
What is it with sandwich outlets now that they put like a full dollop of dressings or mayonnaise on it? It's just too much.
It is. Let me go get it.
I think that stuff's supposed to be a flavor enhancer, not a flavor overpowerer. Where'd you go, Becky?
I'm going to grab Cole so he'll quit yowling. No,
you weren't pinching that baby, making it scream?
No, I wasn't pinching him. He wanted to come in. So he's got to be shown to the world on YouTube. This is Cole. This is my grandson. Probably the only grandchildren I'll ever have is cats. Right, Cole?
We opened the door in Greenville and he wandered in.
Came in, so we brought him in.
Meowed at us like, I hear your cat pre-approved.
So he got adopted immediately and brought to Greg. So when we moved back down here, we had 6 cats, and then Sally got really sick.
Yeah.
And we had her just put down. She was just
too
sickly, and we were looking at it going into the thousands of dollars to try to figure out what was wrong with that cat. I think it was just mental because
I wasn't making much money then either.
No. You approve of the name? We called him Charcoal when we first got him, and then Greg shortened it to just Cole. Just call him Cole, Greg said.
He's got these short little legs and these great big feet.
His paws are like huge. I was going to show him, but
like he's a snowcat or something.
And they're very fuzzy on the bottom.
Yeah.
Like he's part Maine Coon or something.
Now, I had an aunt that she would call, instead of calling your feet Tootsies, she'd call them Tookers. So I always tell that cat his Tookers are too big. You've got the wrong size Tookers for a cat your size.
Yep.
That was Marietta.
Yeah.
She loved cats.
She did.
And she loved all of us and doted upon us.
Yep. She never had any kids of her own.
No.
And they passed on just about, 10 and 12 years ago? Something like that?
Yeah, I guess so.
The feet he called dogs. My dad called them dogs.
Yeah, I call that sometimes.
So chai tea is a spicy tea. Is it similar to the one that Barb Owen likes, the tiger something? I've been going to look for that, but then I forget what the name is. Brain is like a sieve. Yeah, nothing sticks. Oh, they're asking, how was your birthday? Well,
it was pretty normal. I just went to work.
He went to work, and we went to Firehouse Subs, and we have a new car that he gets to drive.
Yeah. It's a 2024 Mazda CX-50. So still getting used to it.
I have a short video of his first day going and then coming home from work with his new car.
I felt like I was going to school for the first day. So
we tried to do a little video, but the going to work was still pretty dark. So, and then he snuck and he came in a different way from work. I was sitting on the porch waiting for him to come up the street, and here he comes down the street. So Messed me up, dog. Balance has to be right or it's not good.
That old car was had lots of problems.
Yeah. The latest problem that just put us over the edge, and we said as soon as you can get retirement coming in, we'll get you a car, because I think it happened that day we did that cut through that parking lot, through that treed area, and you hit that area. I think that's when we cracked the tank. So there was a crack in the gas tank right where the neck of the came down.
I've been accused of sometimes driving aggressively, and I just don't understand this.
I'm sorry, you cannot off-road in a sedan. But we did.
We did.
And then the car had issues. I see you, Angie.
So poor Becky. I've made fun of her for this so many times. She won't even do it anymore. We'd be going down the highway, and I guess I'd drive too aggressively for her, and she'd be sitting over there, and she'd go,
He kept telling me I'm doing the queen wave. So now I just grip the handle on the side.
She'd white grip the handle. So then I'd be going down the road, and I'd hear thump, 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 thump. What is going on? Are you putting on brakes? What?
Someone needs to slow us down.
She did queen wave. Where are you waving to?
Oh, Kathy's going to bed. Oh, that's okay. Kathy's behind us, though. It's only like, what are you, 4 hours behind us? So it's only like 5 o'clock. So she might have to cook dinner yet.
I'll tell you something I don't like about this medication. The first 2 days after I take it, I don't sleep very well.
You have weird dreams.
And I have weird dreams and racing thoughts.
We had a problem with the melatonin. Remember that?
Oh, the melatonin. We get
Melatonin. Really realistic weird dreams that would make you wake up and say, did that really happen? It was bad. Teresa's got to let her dogs out to bark. And Renee says they're going to look for something bigger.
Oh, automobile?
Yeah, they need something they can get her son's oxygen tanks in and out. Yeah. Well, this little car that he got, there's another CX-90 that's slightly bigger.
I tell you, a really nice full-size SUV is that Toyota Grand Highlander. And it's got excellent reviews and excellent reliability.
That's good to know.
I like this car because what it doesn't have a CVT. It has a standard 6-speed automatic transmission. It doesn't have a sunroof. I don't like sunroofs. It doesn't have stupidly large clown wheels on it.
Yeah.
Don't like that.
No. Well, the medicine we're on, we were on Mounjaro, and nobody can get that. It's on back order for who knows how long. So they switched us over to Ozempic, and it has side effects, but I'm willing to take the side effects and not have to go on dialysis until the day I die. So that's why we're on this medicine, so we can get our diabetes under control.
I'm under 200 pounds for the first time in a long time.
Yep. We were thinking about it this morning that we're like 25 pounds to 30 pounds away from where our goal weight should be, where we should be to be at a healthy weight. So
I'm really don't have a big frame. I shouldn't be carrying this much weight. Ideally, at my age, I should be about 170 pounds.
And the pain he has would be reduced too if he didn't weigh as much.
People kind of get the impression when they first see me that I'm a bigger guy than I am, but I'm really not that big.
Yeah, we don't have Ambien or anything like that. I know that that can cause you to have weird dreams. Had inventory problems. Well, Renee, I hope you can keep getting it because it's on back order here, and they said that there's no sign of it coming back in, so that's why they switched us to
Ambien. They say people sleep eat, or they go drop. They'll wake up and they're driving around in the car.
Yeah, it just goes to show everybody gets different side effects. Even Scott and I have slightly different side effects from this medicine.
Greg sleep eats without taking anything.
Yeah. It's so funny to wake up, come out to make coffee, and there'll be like half of a hot dog sitting on top of the coffee pot. Or there'll be like 6 spoons in the sink where he's eating peanut butter.
Yeah.
Or cereal bowls on the top of the stove. Or there'll be a plate on the countertop on one side of the kitchen. And then on the other side of the kitchen, you'll see a knife with an apple cut in half, and it's just half of the apple's just sitting there.
And there'll be a clean plate.
And there'll be a clean plate on the other side, like, well, he thought about getting a plate. So, poor kid.
One time I came out, he was sitting on the couch asleep, and he had a sandwich in his mouth.
Oh, gosh.
And I went, bloop, pulled the sandwich out, and he's going, oh, what are you doing?
I forgot about that. What was he, about 14?
I think he was about 16 or 17.
Oh, my gosh.
You fell asleep with a sandwich in your mouth. Go to bed.
He could have even got up and got it out of the fridge. And a couple times I've come out and the fridge has been open, just running, which makes me wonder how often that happens.
Or you'll get up and open the fridge to start fixing something for breakfast, and like there's things missing out of the refrigerator.
Today I was coming back in from getting the mail, and there was a bottle of barbecue sauce sitting in the laundry room. I don't know.
I don't know.
Sorry, reading chat. Wow. Well, I know with the Ozempic and the Mounjaro and the Ribelsis, any of those type of drugs, you have to watch for pancreatitis. That's one of the major warnings on there. And they said that if you've ever had infection in your pancreas of any type, that you really shouldn't take it. So there's that. I think that's all I've got, unless you guys got something else. I'm about talked out. I'm about ready to get ready for bed.
I don't want to use all the words up at once.
He might need to use 2 tomorrow.
I don't use words in the morning.
No. He told somebody one time, I don't even talk to my wife before I've had at least 2 cups of coffee. Of course, now I don't know about what we're going to do.
There was a slight addendum. Yeah. This is family friendly.
The only meds Angie takes is a blood pressure pill. Let's see, I have blood pressure, cholesterol. I still take metformin and the Ozempic and levothyroxine. I think that's my prescriptions. And then I take over-the-counter. I take vitamins and the special vitamin for your eyeballs because I have macular degeneration. So, yeah. We take the fish oil for cholesterol, but we're both on cholesterol medicine. And I take a multivitamin. I know he takes vitamin D once a week. Or yeah, he
It
tries
causes
to.
me cramps,
Oh,
muscle cramps.
muscle cramps. All right, guys, I'm gonna say good night. Thanks for hanging with me.
Love y'all like chicken. Bye.